Many thanks for choosing us. Former Deputy Finance Minister Dr. Ato Forson has described as frivolous criminal charges leveled against him by the Attorney General's office. Mr. Forson, together with two others, Sylvester Animana, who is a former Chief Director at the Ministry of Health, and Richard Jakpa, a businessman, has been accused of causing financial loss to the state. This is in relation to the procurement of some 200 ambulances by the John Evans Mills and John Mahama-led government. My colleague Elton Broby joins me with details of this suit filed by the AG's office. Elton, kindly run us through the details of the suit.
Right, Aisha, so according to the facts of the case, the first accused, that is the former Deputy Finance Minister, Ato Forson, is presented as being in office between 2013 and 2017. The second accused, Sylvester Animana, was at all material terms, according to the facts of the case, the Chief Director of the Ministry of Health. The third accused person, Richard Jakpa, was also at all material times the local representative of Big C Central Trading Limited, a company based in Dubai that is at the center of this ambulance procurement. Now, in the year 2009, the President of the Republic indicated in his message on the State of the Nation delivered to Parliament that a new ambulance will be procured to expand existing fleet to enable districts to be covered by the National Ambulance Service. Following this, the Ministry of Health initiated action according to the facts to acquire more ambulances. The third accused person using his company, Jakpa, at business, presented a proposal and terms loan to the Ministry of Health, which he claimed to have arranged from Stanbic Bank to finance the supply of some 200 ambulances to the government. Now, the statement goes on to say that on the 22nd of December 2011, Cabinet endorsed an executive approval that had been granted for a joint memorandum submitted by the Minister for Health and the Deputy Minister for Finance and Economic Planning for the purchase of 200 ambulances for the National Ambulance Service out of a medium-term loan facility of 15,800,000 euros to be paid out of a credit arrangement between Stanbic Bank of Ghana and the Government of Ghana through the Ministry of Finance. Now, by a joint memorandum dated 30th April 2012, the Minister for Finance, Dr. Ato Forson, and the Minister for Health, Alban Baben, who is now the Speaker of Parliament, applied for parliamentary approval for the supply of 200 ambulances at a price of 15.8 million euros to be paid out of a credit arrangement between Stanbic and Ghana through the Ministry of Finance. Now, the memorandum to Parliament did not, according to the facts of the case presented by the Attorney General, make reference to any role to be played by either Big C General Trading Limited, Dubai, or in the United States, in the United Arab Emirates, or the agent for Big C Jakpa at Business Limited in the transaction. It also did not refer to the terms under which the ambulance could be procured or the terms under which the two companies will be involved in the transaction. Now, on the 1st of November 2022, Parliament granted approval for the financing agreement between government and Stanbic for the procurement of a 200 ambulance. And it explains that by a letter dated 19th November 2012, the second accused, who was then the Chief Director at the Ministry of Health, requested approval from the Public Procurement Authority to engage Big C through a process of single source sourcing for the supply of the ambulances. The letter falsely, according to the facts of the case, indicated that the reason for the single sourcing was because Big C had arranged for funding for the project. By an agreement dated 19th December 2012, the government of Ghana, represented by the Ministry of Health, formally contracted with Big C General Trading Limited, based in Dubai, for the supply of 200 Mercedes-Benz ambulances. The contract sum, according to the facts, was 15,800,000 euros at a unit price of 79,000 euros for each ambulance. And according to the terms of the contract was to become effective upon the signature of both parties of the contract when all government and other approval had been obtained by both parties. The terms of delivery, according to the Attorney General per agreement, were that the first consignment of 25 vehicles will be delivered within 120 days of execution of the agreement. The outstanding 175 were to be delivered in batches of 25 and every 30 days thereafter. And by the terms of the agreement, advance payment was prohibited. Also, payment for the purchase price of 15.8 million euros was to be by raising an irrevocable and transferable letter of credit from government of Ghana's bankers for the benefit of the supplier. And upon delivery of every 50 ambulances, 25% of the purchase price was to be paid through confirmed letters of credit on site of goods open in favor of the supplier upon submission of number of documents specified in the agreement. So it goes on to provide more evidence backing this claim. And the conclusion is that the Controller and Accountant General on the authority of the letter dated 17th and the 12th of August 2014 wrote to the Bank of Ghana authorizing it to establish an irrevocable transfer letter amounting to 3.95 million euros in favor of Big C, which was to supply the ambulance. Now, a consignment of 10 ambulances was shipped from Dubai on the 22nd of October, arrived on the 16th of December in Ghana. A post-delivery inspection of the first batch of the 10 ambulances revealed that same were without any medical equipment in them. Other fundamental defects included defects on the body of the vehicle and the patient compartment of the ambulance. Same were also brought to the attention of Big C in a letter dated 11 February 2015. And by a reply dated 19 February 2015, Big C acknowledged the defects with the vehicle, but indicated that they proceeded to ship the vehicles when they received the LCs on the 18th of August. The company also stated that the second consignment of 10 vehicles with the same defects had been shipped 51 days before the date of the letter from the ministry. The company promised to send their technicians to fix all issues relating to the defects and train Ghanaian staff.
So Elton Brobe is our